Hello, hello. How is everyone? Hope you're doing well. Hey, Kimmy, how are you? So welcome to this Fun Fold Friday. For anybody who is new, I am Jeri Mobley, also known as the Shameless Stamper. You can find me on the web at shamelessstamper.com. You can find me here on Facebook at Shameless Stamper and also on YouTube. So check out all those places, like, follow, all the things, you know, you know the deal, right? Okay, so if you've never been here before and you're new, please say hi. Let us know that you're new. We'd love to welcome you. We're a really welcoming group. Hey, Andrea. And if you haven't ever been here before, I definitely want you to know I am here on Facebook every Saturday and Sunday live. Also, some Fridays, all of those days, plus Tip Tuesdays, excuse my voice, plus Tip Tuesdays now. So 3 to 4 days a week, I'm here live at 2 p.m. Central Time, or whatever that time is for you. So you can join us live if you'd like. You can, of course, watch replays as well. And you can watch my replays on YouTube. But here, for the lives, I love when you guys join me live because it gives me a chance to chat with you and answer questions and things like that. So, however, if you ever have a question, you can always contact me. Just text me directly and I'm happy to help you out. Okay, so that said, I do lots of different kinds of videos. We do cards, we do scrapbook pages, we do 3D projects. I do technique videos, craft organizing, all the things, right? So you can come and join us for lots of great stuff, like today's Fun Fold card that I think you guys are going to love. So please stick around and enjoy. And if you have something in your cup, please let me know what it is. I want to know what's in your cup today. I am currently making some tea. I forgot to make it before my video, so it's going to be a little bit late. But I'm also drinking water, of course, as always. So, love my water. Hey, Diane. Hey, Kathy. Welcome, everyone. So, we are going to make a fun card today. This is a part of basically a two-part series that I'm doing so far, unless I can come up with another one, are bookmark cards. And some of you may have seen these designs before. I have done them in the past, but I thought it would be fun to do them full out and with a new product. So, which I actually used last week. No, 2 weeks ago. Sorry. So, anyway, let's play with some fun stuff, because isn't this a cute card? All right, so this is our card, and you can, of course, choose any sentiment you like. And then when you open it up, you've got a little bookmark here that the person can keep. Now, if you want to add a sentiment to this, or if you put it on white, or add a piece of white back here, or want to write on this with like a white gel pen or something like that, of course, you can make this its own little thing as well. But I like it just like this. I didn't want to add too much. I didn't add any embellishments to this because right now we don't have anything technically current that is super flat that I felt like well, I guess you could add, hold on, let me think about it. Maybe we could add these because these are super cute. Hold on, let me grab them. I haven't actually used them yet. We could use these. This would go. So I might add these to it. They're called Starburst sequins, and that would be super cute. But basically with a bookmark, I kind of want it to be basically flat, so I didn't want to add anything that wasn't flat to it. But depending on how you like your bookmarks, of course, you can do whatever floats your boat. So there is our cute little bookmark card, and we're going to make this today. You guys ready? I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Okay. Let me move this out of the way. Hey guys, how are you doing? Coffee in your cat mug. Is it a cat-shaped mug or does it just have a cat on front of it? That's the question. Ooh, lemonade. That sounds really good, Kathy. And Kimmy's having sparkling lemonade, so it's lemonade day. All right. Good to have you guys on. Okay, so let's go ahead and play making this card. You guys ready? All right. So I've got all my goodies here. We are using today several products. Now, of course, depending on what sentiment you want, etc., it could come down to just using this one stamp set if you'd like. It does have bigger sentiments, but that would work on this because I did use the hex. I would just move my B out a little bit and I could use, for instance, one of these. But these sentiments are a little bit more scrapbooky than they are card type sentiments. And so I decided I wanted a happy birthday card because I need lots of birthday cards, right? So thank you for sharing the video, Darlene. You guys know that's really helpful to me. So thank you for sharing, liking the video, all the things, right? So I definitely used this one. I made the small B this time, which it was my first time using the small B for this one. This is the Meant to Be stamp set. It does coordinate with our previous Be My Valentine stamp set. This B is the medium size B. So we have big, medium, and small between the two stamp sets, which is nice. Also, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 faces. Is that right? It's like 7 or 8 faces, I think. You have a couple of different antennae. They are different, and that's what makes it really nice, is they coordinate so nicely together, but gives you lots of expansion. You have different trails, the fonts mix and match, which is nice. You have different flowers. You've got stems over here to go with this one. You've got different hearts. I mean, it's really nice to have both of these sets together because they work so nicely together. Now, could you just have one? Absolutely. Yeah, you could. I love having both, I have to be honest. So I ended up using the Winky Face out of this set, and that's the only thing I used out of this set. I could have so easily used one of these faces, but I love the little Winky Face, so that's the one I typically grab. And so I went ahead and used that one, so I did want to show you both of these sets. Okay, so that said, then well, of course you can use any sentiment you want from any of those sets, but I wanted a happy birthday one, and so I decided to use the happy birthday from the Party Piggy. And I literally cut my sentiment. You can see here's the other part of it right here that says to you. I cut it so that I could use just the happy birthday because that was what I wanted. If you don't want to do that, by all means, you don't have to do that. So I just wanted you guys to see what I used for this. Okay. And then also I used a couple of die sets. One is I used the Meant to Be, which coordinates with the stamp set that you saw there. In fact, you can get this in a bundle, I believe, still. This one is awesome, and I cannot wait to show it to you. So you have your dies to cut out your bee and your bee bits and stuff in the flowers, and you also have the Our Hive word and bubble. But then you have these amazing hexagons that are frames and the inside piece. So I'm going to show you exactly how I used this so you can see it. So I think I put the pieces in here. Wait, I must have put them back here. Yeah. Okay. So each one of these dies, each one of these hexagon dies does this. Isn't that cool? So it makes, whoops, I got that one flipped around. So it makes a frame and it makes a hex. So if you use the next one up, the inside, like I did, so this one, for instance, is like this white piece here, and then I use the next one up inside piece for my background. Or you can do this kind of thing, or you can just use the frame. So there's lots of options that you have there with this, which I think is super cool. And you have all these little standalone dies as well with the flowers and such, which you'll see in this as well. Also, I used the Spring is in the Air, which is a Paper Pumpkin exclusive set. So if you're not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you can't get it. But if you are, you can get this, and it has the little hex piece that you see here, which I thought was super cute to use with this. It also has a little bee in it, but I didn't use that. I just wanted the little hex pieces for this. So that's what I used for this card. And so let's go ahead and make it. Also, I'm using the paper that coordinates, which is called Cute as Can Be. This is gorgeous paper. Lots of fun patterns in here. If you haven't seen this paper, it's super duper cute. Just very similar to our old bee paper that we used to have, except different colors. So I really happen to like these colors better because they've got lots of purples and greens, and you guys know I love those colors. But we went with purples and blues today, and I love how purple and yellow go together. They actually are really great colors together. So we are going to play with this. Now, the other thing I pulled in to this card is these amazing Celebration Expressions Memories and More cards. These are awesome. I did show them on my reveal video the other day, and we'll be playing with them more later. So I'm not going to go into super detail about them today, but if you've ever watched one of my Memories and More videos, you know what these cards are like. You can see here, this is the piece that I used, that I cut, that has like congratulations type stuff on the back. Most of this stuff is very birthday related, but this one is just stripes. So I used that because the colors coordinated nicely, and I thought it just added a fun pattern to it. And of course, I also had to use my super fun, I love these, iridescent faceted gems. So you guys ready? Let's go. Okay. So first off, we're going to start with a standard card base in Petunia Pop. And this one is already cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4.25. And then we're just going to, I'm trying to remember, is it 2.5? I think it is. Yeah, 2.5. Okay, so we're just going to cut, oh, actually, let me see. I need to cut off 1 3/4. That's what it is. So we're going to cut off 1 3/4 from the front of the card. Now, technically speaking, you could turn this into a bookmark too, but just to show you what I did, I wanted different colors, so I used something different, and I did use a little bit different. Did I use a different size? I'm trying to remember what size this is. Yeah, it is a little bit different size. So it's a little bit fatter because I decided I wanted it to be a little bit fatter, and then I made it a little bit shorter just so it would tuck into the card nicely. So that'll make sense here in a second. But we are going to use this piece, so don't get rid of this. We need to cut this piece that we just cut off at the, what did I say, 2.5. Yeah, 2.5. It helps when you, but we're going to cut, so I'm going to go to 2.5, and then I'm going to make it just a little bit smaller than that because I don't want it to get, this is going to be our little pocket, and I don't want it to get stuck in the fold of my card. Okay, that'll make sense here in a second. So we're going to fold this and burnish. I almost said score. Burnish. All right. So we've burnished that. And then we're going to open it back up. We're going to add this piece right in here. And so if I add this all the way to the edge, you can see I'm trying to leave just a little bit here so it doesn't bunch up in this area because then it won't want to fold flat. Okay, so I just make it a little bit smaller, and that works really well. Now, you can use green glue for this, or you can use, I personally like to use my 1/8" score tape. This is something that you can get from our kits on occasion. You can actually buy it from Stampin' Up! At this time. Also, you can buy 1/8" score tape on Amazon. If anybody ever needs that link, please ask me. I'm happy to throw that at you. So you can use my affiliate link for that. But I do buy score tape. I do have quite a bit right now from our kits. And so I'm just going to put a little piece. I don't really want to use the 1/4" for this because it's just too thick. and it would take up too much space. But you can also just make a fine line of our green glue, and that would work too. So it's completely up to you which you choose to do. All right, so then I'm just going to take off the release paper from this. And so basically a half sheet with this little scrap left over is going to make you the base of your card design. All right, so as you can see here, I've got it all the way to the edge, and then it's going to have a little pocket. Okay, so now what else are we going to add to this? Well, we're going to go ahead and design the inside. So I do have one of my standard, did I put that in here? I didn't put it in here. Hold on. One of my standard inserts I did use in here, but you can cut this little white piece down if you'd like. I didn't even bother. I just put it in here and then added my paper on top of it. I didn't really care. But if you want to conserve paper, you can certainly cut this down to, what are the measurements on this? 2 inches? Yeah, so it's about 2 inches of white by 4 3/4. Mine is 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. I'm just going to leave it like that. I don't care. I have so much scrap white, you guys. It's not even funny. So I'm just, it's fine. We're just going to leave it. All right. And then I have a piece of, let's see, is that the right piece? I want to make sure I grab the right piece. Sorry. Yes. Okay. So we have a piece of, I actually cut a piece of, this is one of the back designs. Goes like that? No, I don't know. Anyway, actually I think it was like this, and I cut off a piece. So I cut a piece of this paper. This piece right here is 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. So that's going to leave a little bit of a border. Aren't those little bees so cute? Could you put the bees there? Absolutely. It might detract a little bit from some of the other stuff going on. It might be a little bit busy, but you could, for sure. So we're just going to add this over here. Leaving a nice border, just like that. And that's the inside of our card. So the outside of our card, and I'm just going to fold this again so it sits nicely. Hey, Ruthie. So we're going to go ahead and add another piece over here. This piece is 2 1/4 by 5 1/4. And so we're just going to add this piece on over here. Just like this. And so it basically looks just like kind of like a half, you know, like a partial card. But you have this extra pocket here, which is super nice. So that's the basic. Then let's go ahead and close this. All right, so then we have our bookmark. And so our bookmark, I used one of the cards. I started to plan to just do this piece for my bookmark because it's nice and thick. It's more like a cardstock piece instead of a regular designer series paper, but you could use any kind of designer series paper here. If you don't want it to say congratulations on the back, though, this particular piece wouldn't work as well. So I did decide to go ahead and make a piece that had a little bit of a border. And so this bookmark is cut down to this whole piece is going to be 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. And then this piece is just 1/8 of an inch smaller on both sides. So I'm going to go ahead and add this to my piece here. Oh, and the other tool that I used for this card that I didn't mention a minute ago, you guys have seen before, is this little trio pack. I don't want to drop any of them, of punches. And these punches have your little baby circle. You see that little teeny tiny circle, which is 1/8 of an inch circle. So smaller, half the size of a standard hole punch. You have a slit, and then you have this style slit. So you could use any of these for this. I'm going to use this one here that has the little, you know, extra. Can you guys see what I'm talking about? Yeah. So I'm just going to use this on my bookmark, and I'm going to try to center this. Also, you want to make sure it's low enough down that it's not going to tear through, although this is essentially 2 layers of cardstock, so the chances of it tearing through are pretty slim. But just in case, you know. All right, so there's our bookmark hole. While we're at it, I've got some ribbon here. This is the striped trim that's iridescent. I love this stuff. We have the new gold one too, which is so pretty. I was saying the other day it was silver. I don't know what I was thinking. It's actually iridescent. I'm silly. It kind of comes off as silver, but you know, I'm silly. So I'm going to go forward with both of these pieces, both of the ends, and then I'm going to put that through the loop in the back, maybe, if I can. Come on, fingers. Just like that. And that, cinching this particular ribbon down is a little bit rough because it's thick, but we can get it there. So we're just going to play with it until we get it to the position we like. Just like that. And there you go. You've got your standard, your bookmark, basically, right? So now we just have to decorate everything. All right, so I'm going to set that aside, and let's go ahead and start by doing our stamping. So I've got an envelope here too. We're going to stamp this too, but before I do, I'm going to add another little strip to this. I decided to do both a strip of paper and stamping to this, and it's so cute. So wait till you see it. I just got adhesive on my glass mat. I hate that. That's why I'm supposed to use my silicone mat. Do I do it all the time though? No, I'm lazy. How many of you were yelling at me, get your silicone mat? I know you guys were, because you know how much I hate it when I get adhesive on there. The great thing is you can just use some alcohol and get it off, right? Oh, squeaky. I think I got it all. Okay. Sorry, that was going to bug me. Not because it's dirty, but because it sticks to me. All right. So now we're going to do some stamping. So we have our hexagon that we're going to stamp happy birthday on, and we need 2 strips of, well, I say 2 strips, just some scrap that we're going to do our bees on. Okay. So I just have 2 strips here that we're going to stamp our bees on. So I'm going to start this whole thing off with the body of the bee. And for that, I'm using Daffodil Delight. Yeah, you know, I hate it when it gets sticky stuff on here because it ends up everywhere. It gets stuck to everything. It's so funny. Okay, so we're going to stamp our little bee. I'm actually going to move this little hex a minute. So we're going to stamp our little bee on here, just like that. And then I'm going to stamp a bee. Let's see, do I want to do, I am also using the bee die. So if you're using your punch, you're going to want to, if you're doing the middle size bee, you're going to want to figure out how you want to do your paper for that. But for this, we're going to just do one of these numbers, kind of going at an angle. It's just easier for using my, and I'm just using a microfiber cloth, and this is our Stampin' Mist, which is a stamp cleaner and conditioner, which is awesome. I love it. Okay, then we're going to grab our black. So if I do this, I can actually get all 3 of them on here. So we're going to grab our black Memento ink. Now, I decided today that if you guys watched my Tip Tuesday, was that this week or last week? I can't remember. I think it was this week. On the Memento Tuxedo Black ink, I actually made my own, essentially, with the white, a blank white pad. So I didn't have any white ink in this. If you missed that video, I would love for you to check that out because I'm going to test this again today just to see what I think. But I know Stampin' Mist is the best. It is awesome. You forget to use your Stampin' mat too. That's funny. Yes, it's squeaky clean. So instead of using this one today, I'm actually going to use this one, and let's look at that again, because I think probably not all of you saw this. And so I did fill this ink pad, and you can see it actually hasn't seeped all the way down because you can still see white. So I didn't fill it all the way. I don't feel like I had to. But this has Memento black ink in it instead of the white craft ink. So I just used the refill to fill that. And so I'm going to do the next part of the stamping, which is the body, the stripes, with that. And let's see how that comes out. If we don't like it, we'll just grab another piece of paper, but I think we might. So let's try it. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp my body on there. You gotta be really gentle, don't push, because it is a sponge pad. Oops, that was a little off. That's okay, it'll be fine. And so this is one of those more solid style stamps, and I just feel like it looks a little bit better with this particular ink pad. But is there a, am I for sure saying that I would change entirely? I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Haven't had it long enough. But we're going to keep playing with it and see what we think. So here's my little happy face, or winky face, I should say. So we're going to add our winky face. Love it. Okay. And then finally, we're going to do, for the bee at least, we're also going to do the wings. And so for that, I am using Balmy Blue. And my little wings here. And yes, I'm going to put these wings just straight up on here. And yes, it's going to overlap my paper. And it's so cute, right? Like, look, isn't that cute? Look what I just did. This is what happens when you don't pay attention to your envelope before, which direction it's going, before you put everything on it. Is that okay? Yes, I'll just mail it like this. No big deal. I'm not going to make another one. It's fine. But always look and see where your flap is first. Lesson learned. Okay. We're also going to do 2 wings over here, because we're going to be cutting these out with our die cutting machine. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to stamp is our hex. And we're doing that with Petunia Pop. So here's our Petunia Pop. I'm curious to know how many of you have gotten the new in colors, because they're so pretty. So pretty. Okay, so Petunia Pop, and we're using the Happy Birthday sentiment. No, I didn't cut it in half. I'm just going to strategically ink this up. So I'm going to grab my Happy and add that. And then I'll clean that off really well. Make sure it's totally dry. And then I'm going to ink up my birthday side. So I'm just making sure carefully to not get the other word inked up. Oh, luckily that still came out okay. Okay, now I did this one lower than I did that one, but it's wherever you want to put it is fine. That one is a little bit more, I centered the happy right with this point, whereas this one I did just below. So we'll kind of see which one we like better. Okay, so there's our sentiment done. And now we've got to die cut these real quick. So let me grab my die cutting machine, my boss. My Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine does everything for me. So we're just going to grab our die set. Where'd it go? There it is. And I'm going to use, of course, the coordinating dies, which is the small body and the small wings. And you can also do some antenna if you want to. I left them out, but if you want to do the antenna, of course, you can do that as well. There's a die for that too. Okay, so, whoops, I don't have any tape handy. Sorry about that. Let me grab some. So I'm going to just grab a couple pieces of washi tape. I always like to destickify them a little bit. I have some lotion on right now, so that helps usually. You don't want it to tear your image or your piece of paper that you're cutting out. And so we're just gonna line these up, super easy, and run those through. We're gonna do that twice. I know I have to say, I am not a huge pink person, but the strawberry slush is a beautiful color. So pretty. I don't know if it's my favorite. Is it my favorite? It might be. That and the two blues are gorgeous. But yeah, I like, oh man, I like the orange too. It's a really pretty orange. It's kind of hard. I don't know. The yellow, if I had to pick, I'd say that yellow is my least favorite color, but man, that just tore. Wow. I don't usually use this color. Maybe this particular washi tape tears easily. I don't know. That's okay. We'll get another piece. That's fine. Life goes on. Okay. So I'll just recycle that. We'll cut out our second bee. I might just try to line it up and leave it. The question is, will I screw it up if I do that? If I can make it not move, I can probably get it. Hold it tight, hold it tight. Did it move? It probably did. Yeah, it moved a little bit. That's okay. It looks fine. Okay, so we're gonna... It's good. It's fine. I'm trying to be quick here. All right, so we've got our two little bees. I'll just throw these in my magnetic keeper so I don't lose them here. All right, move my boss out of the way. That's okay. Oh, I know, it's cute. You need a graduation card? Yeah, I didn't make one of those for everybody this year. I'm sorry. But we have lots of great stuff for graduation, so by all means, you can do that. I'm gonna just adjust this a little bit since it did move. If this ever happens to you guys, don't start all over. Just do a little bit of fussy cutting. I'm just going to cut a little bit of the white off so it doesn't look obvious. I know the whole point of dies is to not have to do this, but I was being lazy and now I have to do extra work. It's fine. It's all good. Okay, so we have our little bees. I'm going to grab my silicone mat. And is the new orange similar to Jacob's school colors? I would say that it's kind of hard to say if either of our oranges, because pumpkin pie I would have just normally said is his school colors, but I mean, I think either would work, Timid Tiger or pumpkin pie for the Cowboys. I don't know. Does anybody have an opinion on that? If you know anything about the OSU, I mean, I could ask him what he thinks. Hey, Jake. Jake. Yeah? Come here real quick. Inquiring minds want to know. Inquiring minds literally want to know what you think about this. Which of these colors, pumpkin pie or timid tiger, is closer to your school colors? I'm thinking pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie.
Yeah. Okay, so he agrees. It's pumpkin pie. It's straight up orange.
It's
Orange and black.
very, very, like, aggressive and bright orange.
Yeah, bright, aggressive, Halloween orange. Okay. What? No, I don't think neon. No, it's not neon. But anyway. Okay, so yeah, he agrees pumpkin pie is probably the one. Okay. So we've got all these other little bits here. I did cut 3 of these from Daffodil Delight. You can see here I cut a Daffodil Delight, excuse me, mat for my hex. And I also have another little strip from the card that we're going to use as well. And I've got all these cute little flowers that I cut from the die set. And these are cut with Berry Burst and Balmy Blue, because those colors are also in this paper here. So we're going to add all that to our card. So I'm going to start with the card, and we're going to add this little strip here. Do you need to do this? No, you don't. I just kind of wanted it to coordinate with the bookmark, and so I went ahead and added a little piece to the front. You could also put it somewhere else. You could put it over here. I mean, you do you. I just put it down the middle. I thought it was cute. So, and I should not be doing that. I should be doing this. You'd think I would have learned the first time around. Okay. Yeah, I went to a high school that had those colors too, and then I transferred my senior year because we were the Tigers, so it was orange and black, and then I transferred my senior year to a school that was the Scorpions, and so then it was green and black. So we're just gonna add that little strip. I'm going to add it in the center, and you can flip-flop where you want that depending on how much orange you want to show. It doesn't really matter. It's going to go just fine, but I did kind of want more of it hidden in the front of the card, so I went ahead and put it in this section so that I can put this here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and layer this. It does show the edge of a card. Well, so does this border. I mean, you've got the border here, but yes, it does kind of point it out to everybody, but that it's there. All right, so we're going to go ahead and layer that. Then I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to flip it over like this, and I am going to figure out where I want that to be. So I think right about there, and I'll bring it over a little bit more. Okay, so about halfway is what I ended up doing with the hexagon. And then I'll add my adhesive on this side, flip it back over, and then we'll add it back on this side. And that keeps you from adding too much adhesive too far over. Okay, so there's our hex. Good to go. All right, so I'm going to take my bookmark, and I know you probably think, what are you doing? I'm going to go ahead and put it in here. You'll see why. So this is a little bit tight, just FYI. If you want it to be less tight, you can always make this wider, and that's fine. By all means, do that if you like. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and put that in there. Just like that. You'll see that in a minute. Okay, so now we're going to add our bees, and so I'm going to add one bee to the front and then one bee to the bookmark. And so I'm going to put dimensionals on this bee for, oh, whoops, hold on. Before I get to the bees, I almost forgot my little, they're so like narrow, I almost totally spaced them out. So we're going to add our hexes to this, and you can cut these out with some of our paper on the back, which is what I did with these. I didn't do it with these, but I did with these. And I do recommend that only because they are so narrow. So if you have the what do you call it? Adhesive sheets, put it on the back of your cardstock, then cut out your die and you'll basically have a sticker, which is really nice. So I'm going to take this one, and we're going to add this one. Is it this way? Yeah. I'm going to add this one right up against my hex, just like this. And then I'm going to take another one, and I always have to use this little paper piercer to get this off of the back. Oh, that one's on a line, so I'll just have to get the other piece too. All right. I love our adhesive sheets. I don't use them enough. I'm trying to use them more because I do love them so much. I usually just don't take the time. So I'm going to overlap this one just a little bit, but I'm going to try to keep my hex straight here. Just like that. Okay. And then this one is going to go on the inside like you see this one. So I'm going to take this one and add it. So this is why I put the bookmark in here, because I didn't want any of my dies to be where the where this is, because I didn't want them to like get pulled off or anything like that, or add any extra pressure to this area. So if you go ahead and put it in here, you'll be able to see where you want to add everything. So let's see, how did I do this one? I'm trying to remember which way. Oh, it's this way. Okay. So I'm going to just add this little guy like this. That's how I did it. Just like that. Down there. And then my B, I'm going to go ahead and lay that flat on this, just because I didn't want, again, it's going to go in a book, right? So you kind of want it to be flat. And so I'm just going to add adhesive to this. I am going to add a lot just because I want to make sure all of it kind of stays down. Let's do this. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some bookmarks get a lot of wear and tear, so I just want to make sure it doesn't come apart at all. And so I'm just going to add some glue to the wing there. All right, and I'll add my little B. Just like that. Make sure I don't have anything sticky there. All right, so then back on the front, I'm going to take this B and I'm going to add dimensionals to it. You like this fun fold? Oh, good, I'm glad. Some people probably think I'm crazy for adding so many dimensionals, but I just want to make sure it's super sturdy, and 2 does not make that sturdy. So then I'm going to add my B right here, just like that. Super easy. And now we have our cute little flowers. So I did cut, I have essentially a large, medium, and small of each color. And so I just made a couple of clusters. So I've got a cluster of 3, a cluster of 2, and then a single one. So my little tiny blue one is going to go down here at the bottom. So there's my tweezers. I'm like, where did I put my tweezers? So I'm just going to add little teeny dots of glue to this and add my little flower. Whoops, it stuck to me. Stay. I'm going to take my large blue flower and add that down here at the bottom left. And then I'm going to take the big of the Berry Burst. Don't these colors look amazing together? I think they do. Oops, stay. I'm going to grab the medium blue here and put that right next to that one, kind of overlapping. Stay. My hands are too lotiony. Everything wants to stick to them. We'll do the medium Berry Burst over here with our little left cluster, and our small one. Right here. Okay, so once we've got all of our little flowers on, then we can add our rhinestones or whatever you're going to use for the inside of your flowers. So I chose the iridescent faceted gems. I'm going to use these older ones right here that I haven't finished yet. So I'm going to use the small ones only for this. The big one is a little too big, so I'm just going to use the little ones. So we've got 6 rhinestones we're going to add here. Whoops. Go in the right place. That one stuck to my finger too. All right. All of our little rhinestones on there, so cute. I love this card. It's adorable. And then because I would use these on the bookmark, but I don't want anything like super thick on, can I send the measurements? I kind of all mentioned them. So if you want to just, you know, kind of zip through that part, I did mention all those measurements for the main pieces when I was putting that part together. Okay, so I will try to add them to this. I just don't want to promise it and then forget, because I hate it when when other people do that, and then I hate it when I do it. So okay, so I'm also going to use, I think on the inside of this for our bookmark, let's see what we think. These are so cool. These are the Starburst sequins. So you could use this one. It definitely would go, but I think I'm going to use the white, I think. Let's see what we think. Or do we want to use the, I don't know. I mean, all of the colors go. Which color would you use? Let's see, white, or do I want to use the, I don't know. Or do I want to use yellow? I feel like yellow takes away from the yellow on the bee, so I don't know that I want to do that. It's also a little bit darker. This might be crushed curry now that I'm looking at it. So I think I'm going to use the, I know, but I think it's darker. Oh, you guys are saying yellow. Do you guys really think yellow? I was thinking like it would look like a flower over here on the... No? I should use yellow? I only have 2 opinions. There's plenty of you on. Oh, then purple. So do we use fresh freesia, crushed curry, or white? Anybody else have an opinion? I think the white gets lost. I will say that. Yeah, okay, so you guys kind of agree with me. It might be better in purple. I know it might get lost too, but I was just worried about the yellow clashing. It kind of looks a little like flowers, maybe. maybe I'm stretching that, but okay. So you guys can tell me if you like it with or without. I'll show you the other one without. All right, so there's our card. So you can see here, that one has it without, and this one has it with. I kind of like it with. Also, I want to show you the difference in the 2 stamp pads. Can you guys see this? So I will say that both of them, neither one of them has a perfectly crisp edge because of the way I stamp on stamp pads. I'm not used to it yet, but is definitely a stronger black with the new pad because it comes out stronger. It gives you a little bit more saturation of ink than the felt pad, but I need to get used to stamping with that ink on this pad. not habitual yet. So I'll get there. But yeah, super cute card, right? And then of course we have our envelope to match. Oh my gosh, I love this card. I think it's so cute. So this is the first of two, at least. I don't know, I may come up with a third one. Bookmark cards. And what I like about these is you're giving a little gift too, right? So they get a gift and they get a card, and that's kind of fun. So yeah, super, super cute. And it's not like the gift costs you that much to make. Yes, this ribbon, you're going to want to tuck it for your envelope, but it's fine. And just bend it over. It'll be fine. Just whichever way you want to do it is fine. And so if you choose to do like what do you call it? Cording or twine, then it won't stick out as much. It'll lay flatter, but it just depends on what you like. So there's the new card. I hope you guys enjoyed this card. Don't go anywhere because we still have to do the drawing for free goodies, and I don't want you guys to miss it. If you haven't commented yet, you can't be in the drawing. So make sure you comment so that you can be in the drawing for free stuff. And if you guys give this bookmark card a try with any kind of... Oh, I was going to show you. I did do this same style card with one of our kits. And so if you guys saw that video, then you did see me do that. And so, and this was a super simple bookmark because it's really just the flowers, right? And then I put on the back from the library of, because we do have that one set that we had that for. So I thought that was super cute. You could, of course, add that to the back of that as well. But yeah, so I have done this style of card before. And yes, that happens to be a bee as well, because it was from the kit from, what month was that? Was that March? No, maybe February? I can't remember. Anyway, you can always go back and watch this. This was one of the paper pumpkin kits that I used this alternate. This was one of my alternates for. So super cute style of card. I hope you guys like it. But definitely show me if you guys do this kind of card. I want to see it. I definitely want to see it. Okay, so quick announcements, and then we will do our drawing for free goodies. Okay. So if you have missed it, the June card club stuff went out. It was late. I'm sorry about that, but it is out. You can sign up. Don't miss out on it. We are using the fun new Cheers and Sips stamp set, and so I love this. I think it's super cute. Even if, like, I don't drink a whole lot, but you know, it's still cute, right? It's like anytime you want to send somebody a Cheers type set or type card, this makes such a great card. What am I saying? This makes great cards. So you can buy the coordinating die set with this, which is super cute as well. And of course there's paper and all the things. So this is my June card club. If you'd like to do this or sign up for any of my events, just text me to register. So let me show you the projects real quick so you can see if you're interested. I like them. I hope you like them too. Instead of using the gems, you could have used bees. You're right. I could use the little gold bees. However, again, and this is just a preference thing, for the card, she's saying that I could have used the little gold bees in here. Yes, absolutely. But I like my card. Are you talking about on the card? Because up here, I use the gems for the centers. But yes, you could totally put gold bees on this too. But for this, I used flat sequins because I don't want anything that's going to create bubbles in my book. Right? So I wanted it to be as flat as possible. That's why I didn't put dimensionals or any of that either. So I guess it depends on what you're using it for, if that matters to you. You know, but I figure most people don't want to make their book bubbly. So. But yes, the bees, the little gold bees are super cute. That would be cute to add to the front of the card if you wanted to in some way. Okay, so back to the club. This is the first card that we'll be making, which is a fun fold. And I have a little piece of adhesive in here just because I was trying to keep it closed for pictures and I forgot to take it out. So this is a fun fold. It's a double flap card. So cute. I love this. Isn't that adorable? And you could probably do this kit without the stamp set if you wanted to. You'll just have to do a little bit of fussy cutting, a little bit more fussy cutting with some of the drinks, because this one I actually stamped the drinks and the umbrella, although this one I cut out. So you can do mix and match. You can do whatever you want. So this is super cute though. I love this set. It is so cute. I love the strawberries and the blackberries and all the little things that are in this stamp set, because it's got oranges, olives, cherries. I mean, so cute. You can even make the Shirley Temple, right? And then of course I love this purple and green thing, so I had to do another purple and green card. I love it. This paper is so cute. This particular, I mean, I'm not a big flower person, but I love that one. And then I used the card in the catalog, whoops, as inspiration for this one. This is the kind of rainbow of drinks card, which I thought was super cute. And so I kind of used that inspiration from the actual catalog to make this card. And yeah, so those are all of the cards we're going to be making. The cool thing about this set too is that you have cheers, and then you have all of these little extras that you can put whatever you want it to say with the cheers. So it can say just cheers, or it can say cheers to you, cheers to us, it's your cheers, it's your day, cheers, let's celebrate. So you got lots of fun things, right? So cute. So I sucked you in again. I'm sorry, Kathy. Oh, my apologies. All right. So, and then for those of you that scrapbook or would like to give it a try, we of course always do our add-on scrapbook pages. And so here is the super cute add-on scrapbook page that I did. I think it's so cute. I love these little drinks. I actually love Bloody Marys, so I love this one. So yeah, it turned out super cute. I hope you guys like it too. This paper is adorable. So you're going to get a full pack of the paper. You're going to get a full pack of the gems that coordinate and all the things. And so yeah, it's a really adorable. All right. So that is the add-on layout. All right, and then we also have coming up the In Color Club. For anybody who hasn't signed up yet, don't miss out on this. What is the In Color Club? Well, first of all, it's for all of our new In Colors. So every time a new annual catalog comes out in May, I do the In Color Club. Here is the new In Colors that we were talking about earlier. Strawberry Slush is beautiful. Timid Tiger, Darling Duckling, Cloud Cover, and Secret Sea. I do love the two blues. These are probably my 3 favorite colors in the new In Colors. But I do like them all, honestly. If I had to say which one's my least favorite, it might be Darling Duckling. But that's hard to say because I do like them all. So anyway, if you'd like to do the new In Color Club, it's so much fun. You're going to get 8 things in each color for 5 months. So the only thing missing from this little packet that you see here is my special card kit. So you're going to get a full pack of the cardstock. You're going to get the ink pad, the ink refill, the blends combo, the Stampin' Right marker, the, hold on, let me get it, the ribbon, which is a faux linen ribbon, and you're going to get the designer series paper in all of the things in that color, okay? Plus you're going to get that one special card kit designed by me that we will put together during a live. So much fun. And then of course you guys are going to get, oh, oops, where did I put that? Oh no, I set it aside and I forgot where I put it. Here it is. For free, you're going to get a pack of the new In Color flat pearls, which are gorgeous. You can see it has all 5 of the new In Colors in it. This is a free gift from me for doing the club with me for the 5 months. So this starts June 14th is the cutoff date. So make sure you're signed up no later than then. It's $66 a month. You get all the things, which is a great deal. And yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun with this. We do every year. So if you haven't signed up yet, be sure to sign up. And just make sure you're paid up by June 14th. You will need to pay by the 14th of each of the 5 months for that month's stuff, or you can pay everything up front if you prefer. Okay, so that is the new In Color Club. And finally, and by the way, if you're a demonstrator and you don't want to buy all the things from me, but you do want the card kits, you can buy the card kits and get the PDF as well for $15 plus $5 shipping. Or if you're buying something else from me, I won't charge you the shipping. I'll just throw it in with something else, okay? So just let me know, because if you're buying something else, that's fine. I don't need to charge you the shipping. And then if you want just the PDF recipes for the cards, then that's $10. So that is always an option as well. Okay, last but not least, if you would like to receive my Creative Inspiration Calendar totally for free, it's a free gift from me. This is something I do every month. It goes out on or around the 25th of every month via email. So all you need to do is text me your email address, and I will make sure you get this every month. This has all of my Facebook Lives that are scheduled. If I ever make a change, I do that online, so you can see those under my events. And that's super easy on Facebook. Just go to my events tab and you can see if I've made any changes. And so, for instance, Fun Fold Friday was supposed to be last week and it got moved to today. How to Use was supposed to be on Mother's Day and it got moved to the, what day did that get moved to? It got moved to the 30th. Okay, so it happens. I had hoped to get videos done last weekend with you guys, but my son was graduating. I had all this family here, and it was just too much. So I'm sorry. I apologize. It's just the way it worked out. But anyway, don't worry. You won't miss anything. It's just going to come a little bit later, right? So anyway, it has all my Facebook Lives, and then every other day has a creative prompt for you, so you can do something creative every day. Hey, Lisa. It also tells you all of my details for my Facebook Lives and my contact information. So, yes, please make sure that you let me know if you're interested in that. And if for any reason you're not getting them, let me know that too. Sometimes my stupid Outlook email does weird things. I don't know why. You're supposed to be on my list if you've asked to be on my list, but weird things happen. So just let me know. I'm happy to resend it to you. Okay. So that means it is now time for our drawing. So I need a drum roll, please, and I will bring out some goodies for you guys. And I'm going to get a sip of tea. Too much talking. Okay. Oh, I can't put in any goodies. I haven't gotten a drum roll yet. So, oh, there it is. Okay, thank you, Darlene. She put bees in there too. So cute. Okay, so we have some different goodies here. We do have the Love of Spring dies. What are these? That's these. These are a Paper Pumpkin exclusive. So you can't normally get these unless you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, but I have purchased a bunch for you guys to give away as gifts. I love your little bee there. He's put in there, Darlene. That's so cute. So these dies you can get. No, they don't come in one of these. If you desperately want one, let me know. I'll give you one. But anyway, Love of Spring dies. Super cool little add-on die set. So if you're interested in this, we have that. I'll just set that aside here so you can see what that is. Also, I have the Most Adored Designer Series paper. This is a retired Designer Series paper, specialty Designer Series paper with gold foil in it, which is awesome. Isn't that so cute? I love that paper. Also, we have the Melon Mambo and Granny Apple Green specialty paper. This is a foil paper. You've got 4 sheets, so 2 of each color in here. Also, you can get the Pick 4 ink spots. This option, I will send you the list of all of the colors I have available if you're interested to choose from that. We also have the blocks. This is a D size stamping block. You can also get the, yes, these are never ending, I know. Lots of people have picked them, but I have tons. So these are the gold holly leaves. So cute. I love these things. And finally, we have the little chiseler, which is not a Stampin' Up! Product. This is a company all its own. I buy these in bulk and pass the savings on to you guys. So if you ever want one, you can purchase them from me for $2. But you can get them free in my drawing too. So that's always nice. Okay. So we are going to do one drawing live today, and then one we will save for next week. And I'm going to do the drawing from 2 weeks ago, since I didn't do anything last weekend. By the way, there's a weekend next month I won't be doing stuff either because of my reunion. So yeah, you know, it's that time of year where stuff is going on, right? It's fine. You guys understand. So we'll be doing this one too. And this was from 2 weeks ago. So I'm going to change the date on there since we're drawing it on a different day. But anyway, so we'll be doing 2 drawings today. So I am going to grab the link from, by the way, I want to tell you guys, I haven't mentioned this yet, but I'm going to mention it real quick because my hand just went on it. I recently, if anybody has, does anybody have carpal tunnel? Raise your hand. If you have carpal tunnel, I recently switched to a vertical mouse. No, they're not all made the same. I will have to say that. But I recently switched to a vertical mouse, which keeps your hand in a more natural position so that it doesn't put pressure on your that nerve that is the problem with carpal tunnel. And you guys, I love this thing. Love it. So if anybody wants the link for it, this particular mouse is kind of expensive. I can recommend some others that are cheaper, but I do particularly like this one. My son talked me into it. It wasn't cheap. He paid for part of it for Mother's Day. Wasn't that sweet? He paid for like half of it. So that was really sweet of him. But it is a great mouse, and I have nothing but good things to say about it. So, okay. So I'm going to grab the link from this video. Does no one else on here have carpal tunnel? I can't believe that. That is amazing. I am absolutely flabbergasted that you guys don't have carpal tunnel, because like so many people have carpal tunnel. Okay, so I'm going to pop this in the random Facebook comment picker and get all the comments. All right. And I'm hitting start. And our winner today is, oh, she's asked me to skip her. Hold on. Let me pick another winner. Okay, our winner today is Tanya Jackson. My apologies. Tanya Jackson, congratulations. Please pick a prize and put that in the chat. And then I'm going to come over here and grab the link from the video that we did 2 weeks ago, which was also a bee video, funny enough. It was a Case-It card, which you guys, if you haven't seen it, super cute. Definitely check it out, either here or on YouTube, either way. And, whoops, sorry. I'm going to pop this in here. There is a learning curve to switching to a vertical mouse, but you will not regret it. Okay. And I'm going to hit start. And our winner for our really, it is seriously trying to give you a prize, Lisa. I'm just going to tell you. There's a couple of you that have asked me to skip you all the time, and it always wants you. It's like, give it to her. And I'm like, no. Okay, so this is going to Jolene Smallwood. Congratulations, Jolene. I don't know if you're on today. I didn't see your name. That doesn't mean you're not on. I might have just missed it. But if you're on, congratulations. Please pick a prize, put it in the chat. Otherwise, I will text you. But let's see. Did anybody see Jolene jump on? All right, so Tanya says, oh, she wants the dies. Okay. And I do have more than one of those. So I said Tanya again. Tanya, I'm sorry. Okay. So congratulations to you for those. And then Jolene, if you're not on, I will text you. But if you are, please let me know what you want. Okay. So quick note to you guys. Tomorrow we are doing the Peekaboo Forest class. So super excited about that. Everybody at this point should have their box. I do know at least one person's box was running kind of behind, but if you, and this one is one of those interactive cards. See, cute. So we're going to be doing this class tomorrow, so please join us for that. And then on Sunday, and there's a layout that goes with that one too. And then on Sunday, we're going to be doing the Memories in Bloom, which is one of the brand new scrapbook kits. So excited to do that for Scrapbook Sunday. So don't miss out on any of that. Hope you guys will join me. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns in the meantime, always feel free to contact me. I'm always here to help you. Okay. I know you don't mind. I'm mad at myself because I try to get it right. So I always feel bad when I say somebody's name wrong. So anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me live. I hope that you have a really great day, rest of your weekend, week, etc. And I will see you soon. God bless.